doing? How you doing? Yes, I'm back after what's felt like a year of a very weird and inconsistent hiatus, but hey, I'm planning on filming a whole video explaining that, kind of like catching you guys up as to where the hell I've been, what I've been up to. That aside, hi, hello, welcome. Do you like my little setup? Is it cute? Do you like it? Do you enjoy? Welcome to my monthly favorites video. This is a September favorites video. I was kind of gonna explain that, like why I'm uploading a September favorites video in November, but it really isn't that big of a deal. I wanted to film this video in October. I just simply never got around to doing it, and I didn't really have a lot of favorites in October, and I still wanted to like film this. I wanted to film a monthly favorite, so I was like, hey, why not just like film a September favorites? Like with content, everyone's always trying to be like, you know, timely and shit, but like, hey, there's only so much. As we know by now already, like there's only so much consistently and timely content that I can give you guys. So you're gonna take what you get. You're gonna take what you get. As you can see, I have my laptop with me. This is here because we have quite an extensive list. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's long. It's a very, very long list, but it's a good list. Starting off with clothes. Here's the clothing that I've been loving, or clothing that I loved in the month of September. First are Rolla Sailor jeans. Oh my God, these jeans I have had on my wish list, I think for almost a year now. And being honest with you, I never thought I could like afford them now until like I ended up finding a full-time job or something, because these jeans are pretty pricey. I'm not gonna lie. These jeans are pretty expensive. They were definitely out of my budget of $40 for a pair of jeans. But being older now, and I guess like being a working adult, or like someone who's trying to become a working adult because hi, I'm unemployed, you realize the importance of money and how hard it is to get money and how important it is to like utilize your money and like put your money towards things that are going to last you a long time. I'm not necessarily one of those people who's like capsule wardrobe, because I mean that is important too, but I'm also not too keen on like if I'm buying something, I'm like, am I gonna wear this when I'm 30 or 35? Like that's not really on the forefront of my mind. Thinking about, okay, do I see myself wearing this for the next like 3 to 5 years? So yeah, these jeans I've had on my wish list for a year now. I saw a TikToker, one of my like favorite TikTokers to get styling inspo from. She had these on and I've loved them. I thought they looked really good on her, but she's tall, she's 5'8". I'm 5'3". So for the longest time I was kind of like, I wonder what these will look like on someone who's on the shorter side. Well, the shorter side, girl, you're short. Someone who's short, but they look really good. I love them. These have been one of my favorite pair of jeans to wear during the fall season. I got them during the summer. I actually got them on sale, which was awesome. I love me a sale, like, oh my God. Trust me, when it comes to me buying anything, I am frugal as fuck. I ended up finding these on sale, and thankfully one of my friends also works at Nordstrom, which is where I got them from. So I was able to use their discount code, or their employee discount code. Can you tell I have influencer brain discount code? Their employee code, because they work there, hello? So I was able to get these for I think $70, which that's still pretty high. I'm not gonna lie, that's still pretty high for a pair of jeans, but I think they retail around $120, $130, which I was never gonna spend that amount of money on a pair of jeans, but hey. Moving on to the next, Skechers ballet flats. I found these when I went to Texas this summer to visit my friend Blossom, hi Pooks, and we went thrifting at her local thrift store, and I found these, and I was so happy when I got my hands on these. I have been into the ballet flats, I'm not gonna lie, yeah, they got me with that, okay? I don't wanna say like I try to stay away from trends, that's just like very pretentious and annoying, but I try to see if certain trends, like how I can implement them into my personal style and like how I go about wearing clothes. Yeah, I've been a very big fan of the ballet flats. As we're talking, I have a pair of ballet flats on right now, which are also thrifted. But yeah, I found these when I went to Texas and I was thrifting with Blossom. And oh my God, when I tell you these were like the shoe of the summer for me, I would wear these nonstop. Going to work, going out with friends, hell, going on trips to New York, like these were on my feet. Like if you somehow saw me and I didn't have these shoes on, something was going on. I wore them so much that the soles of the soles fell off. The soles literally fell off. Like I had some sort of training thing to do for that job, and on my way as I was walking in, got off the elevator, I looked down, I'm like, something feels weird. I lift my foot, the sole is literally hanging off the shoe, and I'm like, fuck. They were my favorite pair of shoes. Like literally, why would you fall off? Like what was the reason for that? That was not necessary at all, but I still have them. I think a big part too about the whole like growing up, adulting, whatever, personal style and clothing is I am trying to implement going to the tailor as well as going to the cobbler. I feel like, or at least with Americans or Westerners, there's this tendency where if a piece of clothing or an article of clothing that you have either rips or something, the tendency is to immediately throw it away and get another one or just like move on to something else. I don't see the point of buying something new if you like really like it. Especially I thrifted it. Like it's kind of expected that it wasn't going to be in the best shape. That's why that person donated it. But I still have yet to go to the cobbler. I need to find one where I live, but yeah, she's taking a break right now is all we can say about those shoes. Another pair of shoes that I've been loving recently have been my Doc Martin Jorge Mules. I got these for my birthday. My friend Mena got them for me. I love them. They're great. They're cute. They go with every outfit. They low-key have also been like the shoe of the fall. The shoe of the fall? Shoe of the fall? Shoe of the fall for me. Like I've been wearing them with every outfit. I will say they don't go with every outfit. I think that's one thing that I realized. Unlike the Skechers ballet flats, they don't go with every outfit, but I still try to like force it, you know, I still try to force it. And when I put them on initially, they were really tight. They were really tight. My feet were hurting. My toes felt like they were literally getting crushed under some sort of like hydraulic press. And I was like, is there any way I can like return these and get like a size 7? But it turned out that I was the problem strapping them on too tight. So I just needed to loosen them up. But aside from that, they're pretty great. Like I love them. They're cute. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. This next one has actually been pissing me off. These are glasses that I recently got, or at least I got them, I think it's been 2 months. This is also something that's been on my wish list. I keep mentioning a wish list. So here's what I do. Since I don't really have money to be splurging on clothing like that, usually if there's something that I like, whether it be like a clothing item or something else, I have a wish list set up in my Safari, so I add like links to it. And if I haven't thought about that item for I guess like longer than a month or something, I take it off because hey, you don't want it that badly, okay? Maybe you wanted it because you saw someone have it, but I take it off. So I kind of have like a wish list where I do like a process of elimination every 3 months just to see, okay, this is something that I actually genuinely want. I've been thinking about it. I keep seeing it. I'm like, I want this, but I keep kind of like contemplating, going back and forth. So these glasses were on that list. I think for 6 months, and they actually went out of stock. I was sick to my stomach because I was like, oh my God, no. Like I've done the thing where I contemplate buying something so much and then they go out of stock and then they're never gonna get stocked again. Thankfully, they came back in stock and I immediately bought them. And when I bought them, like I said, one thing about me, I'm gonna find a discount code. I'm going to find less than it is retail price. And I love these glasses. They were so cute. Like I was trying, I don't know, initially I was kind of like stopping myself from buying them because they are trendy. I'm not gonna lie. There are this like new trending style of glasses, like the rounded square grandpa glasses. But I loved it. I genuinely love these glasses. They looked really good for my face shape and I was wearing them, but I somehow ended up losing them. There's another thing about myself that I dislike. For some reason, I'm in so much denial about needing glasses that I won't really wear my glasses until I need them, which is really stupid. I literally need my glasses 24/7. I need them to drive. I need them to do any sort of work on my laptop or like a screen. I need them to see. I took them with me. I was going to work. I took them with me and obviously I put them on, drove to work. When I got to work, took them off and I had them with me. Between me leaving work, coming back home, I have no idea what happened. But I have not been able to find these glasses and it's been driving me insane. I've looked in my car up and down. I've literally ravaged my entire room trying to see if like they somehow fell under my bed or something. Nothing. I've looked in all my bags, all my tote bags, looked in all my jackets, the pockets of it, looked in my bag goo. Like I kid you not, I cannot find these glasses and I'm so pissed. I'm genuinely so pissed. I've still been in denial about them not being missing. I've been trying to see if they like will magically just spring up again. It hasn't happened because like I said, it's been almost 2 months and I still haven't found them and I keep getting plagued with ads for them. I'm not gonna buy into it, okay? You guys are trying to get me, but you're not. You're trying to get me, but you're not gonna get to me. I will find them because I know the moment I buy a new pair, they're gonna come up again. So I'm not buying a new pair. Okay, moving into media. So this is kind of like a big subset of things. So articles, writing, YouTube videos, short films, movies, music. I just thought it'd be good to sort of not group it all together, but just have like a subcategory for it. But then there's like little subcategory. Moving on, starting off with articles and writing. I recently got on Substack, like everyone and their mother. Fortunately for everyone, I haven't written anything because I personally think my writing is bad. That is one aspect. That is one aspect of myself that I need to work on. I think when it comes to writing for like school academic essays, I can get by just fine because, hey, unfortunately, there is a literacy epidemic ongoing in our country. So there are people who are worse writers than me, and I don't really want to rejoice about that. But in terms of me publicly sharing something that I've written and attaching my name to it, yeah, that is not happening. But I've been on Substack, and I've mostly been doing reading on there. So yeah, here are some that I've recently enjoyed. So, my nigga, you are... Why did I say that like that? This one titled, my nigga, you are... Why am I saying it like that? Ew. My N-word. You're still a writer without the grandiose words. This really stuck out to me because, like I just said, I don't really feel that confident in my writing because when it comes to just the English language in general, I don't want to say I feel stupid and incompetent, but I don't necessarily feel as experienced, I guess. I don't know. Like, see how I had to pause to find a word? That's basically what I'm saying. English is not my first language. It's actually, I think, like my third or fourth language. So when it comes to me speaking and writing, I tend to take my time. Like, I do tend to talk really, really fast, but when it comes to putting stuff together, I kind of have to think about things. Like, I take certain pauses, which doesn't matter. People do that, but I'm just trying to say that when it comes to writing, I just feel like there's a certain cadence that I have to follow, but I just need to get it through my head that there's different writing styles. You don't have to follow certain rules, blah, 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 blah. And this is basically what this article gets at. It's talking about how when it comes to writing, especially for writers of color or specifically Black artists, you don't need to use the craziest words. Like, you don't have to have a thesaurus next to you just to like plug all of these like big words here and there to make yourself sound smarter or like knowledgeable. This was needed. Like, I needed to hear this. I needed to read this. Okay, now moving on to videos. This specifically is on the platform Vimeo. If you don't know what Vimeo is, it's basically just another video sharing platform, kind of like YouTube, but it's more professional. Usually people who are on there are filmmakers, so people who like do this for a living or are aspiring to be filmmakers. Fun fact about me, I am one of those people. I am an aspiring filmmaker. I love anything related to video and like video production. So yeah, I've been on there. It's a really good place to just get some source of inspiration and just, it's awesome to be on there. The first video that I enjoyed on Vimeo, this one titled Happy Birthday Mike Mike. This video is basically I'm blanking on the word here. I don't know why this happens, but this was I unfortunately can't think of the word. The core themes of this video are a testament to collective power and love and community. As you're watching the video, you obviously pick up on the fact that the person that they're talking about, Mike, has passed away and they're wishing him happy birthday. It's a project just showcasing the importance of community and how just like grief can be turned into something that's not necessarily negative or sad or bad, and how important it is to remember someone. I really enjoyed it. It's 11 minutes and 58 seconds. It's just very raw and real. It's very, very emotional. I love storytelling where people are not afraid to talk about things that most people tend to shy away from. I think death and dying is a very hard topic for most people. Most people like tend to avoid talking about death, experiencing death head on, and you know what comes with losing a loved one and grieving someone. Another one that I enjoyed on Vimeo was the short film by this Ghanaian director, Ebenezer Blanche. One thing about me, like I mentioned, wanting to be a filmmaker, the biggest thing is that this industry or this little community, it's not little, what am I saying, is very much gate-kept. And with that, it's predominantly white and predominantly male, so you don't really see a lot of people who look like me, let alone are from my background. Granted, this pertains to the Western film industry. I bet you, like, if I went home, there's probably like hella filmmakers in Ghana, but this is specifically talking about Western filmmakers. So it was a breath of fresh air to see this. It was very nostalgic for me. So little fun fact about me again, I grew up in Ghana. I was born and raised in Ghana. And then I moved to the US literally, I think 2 months before my 11th birthday. So a lot of my childhood was spent back home, but I never really got that Ghanaian high school experience. Seeing a Ghanaian classroom again, seeing the dynamics of Ghanaian teachers, the headmaster coming in and announcing to the students, hey guys, your school fees are due tomorrow. If you don't bring in money, you can't come back to school. Like, get the fuck out. Yeah, that's very real. That unfortunately happens. It still happens. I mean, it used to happen. It still does. But yeah, just aside from that, the girls playing ampe on the courtyards, I think it was just very refreshing to see on screen the day-to-day life of Ghanaian students on a Ghanaian school and just the dynamics that happen, as well as, I don't know if this was like what the director meant, but just seeing how social hierarchies play out, the kids who had more money and the kids who didn't have money, as well as how the teachers in a way play into this as well. I really liked it. I really liked it. It was fun. Also, fun fact, I didn't know, but this director has worked with a lot of African artists. I mean, granted, he worked with Little Sims on her music video Point and Kill, so he's pretty good. He's really good. And then lastly, this was kind of, I didn't have any specific examples, but I put down here archival YouTube music channels. I personally have been sick of Spotify, and I don't know what it is, but just like their algorithm and how anytime you're trying to listen to anything that's not either pop music or alternative or indie pop or whatever, they try to force you back into it, and that shit pisses me off so bad. Like, why are you putting Sabrina Carpenter when I'm listening to Nina Simone? Like, what are you talking about right now? So I've been trying to go away from listening to music on streaming platforms. I don't know, I feel like crate digging is slowly going away. I mean, granted, there are people who are still crate diggers, but I think it's important to find different ways of finding music, especially branching out of genres that you're usually listening to. Archival YouTube music channels have been a big one for me. It's just really nice because I kind of go into this deep dive of finding artists through that. Like, I'm like, okay, I'm not really necessarily a fan of this, but let's see if like I can find similar artists to this person. It's really helped broaden my music taste, and as well as like finding music that for some reason is not copyrighted that I can utilize in my YouTube videos. Speaking of music, we're now gonna segue into music that I loved, that I ate up, that I chewed down, that I played over and over and over and over again in the month of September. Starting off with Ya Aponsa. Unfortunately, this comes with a little, well, not unfortunately, but I'm just basically gonna like get a little bit nerdy here. This is mostly has to do with the history behind the song and the impact of music in Ghana. I don't really do a good job when it comes to, I guess, like listening to Afro beats. I will, you know, tap in here and there. Like, I love me some Rema, I love me some Tiwa Savage, I love me some Lil Sims, you know, I love me the oldies too. What's your name? The uncles that are acting like they're young boys now. Yeah, I love me some Afro beats, but I wanted to do a deeper dive into just the start of Afrobeats itself. For Ghana specifically, that was high life music. Afrobeats, I know a lot of people usually tend to give Nigeria the credit for starting Afrobeats, and like granted, Nigeria was part of it too, but it was just an amalgamation of different sounds coming out of West African countries, specifically Ghana and Nigeria. In the past, I know that high life music in Ghana, funny enough, was impacted by the Harlem Renaissance that was ongoing in the United States within the African American community, which is just, that to me is just very cool, just seeing how the Black diaspora is interconnected. I don't know, that's just like really cool and fun to me to know. But yeah, going back to Ya Ponsa, this was a song that, the song is very Ghanaian, and the story behind it too is very Ghanaian. I don't know, it's just so, I don't know. Oh my gosh, I love learning about things. I fucking love history, bro. This song dates back to the earliest 19th or like very start of the 20th century. This isn't necessarily stamped, like no one knows if this is true or not, but apparently this song was made by a bunch of like cocoa workers, and they were basically, you know, just doing their jobs, like working, and like a lot of indigenous people, you know, when they're working, they start singing, they come up with like different rhythms, different like, they just come up with songs, you know, they just come up with fun songs just to make, you know, the work a bit easier, just to make the work environment fun and more lighthearted. So apparently this song is about Yapansa, which is a name of a girl or a lady who was the sister of one of the cocoa brokers, and she taught dancing within the high life community in Ghana. And yeah, one of the singers, you know, fell in love with her and he wrote a song about her. And it's just so cute. Like the lyrics, oh, the lyrics are so good. I'm sick of all this, like, oh my God, you got a fat ass, like, shawty, I wanna hit that, like, ooh, girl, bring it here. No, babe, we need songs about yearning. Men who are yearners down, like, yearners down to the point where it's just actually quite embarrassing. Like, I need that, bring that back. The cool part about this is that this song spread like wildfire within the indigenous community in Ghana, you know, like people singing about it. They don't necessarily know the original creator of the song. It was just something that kind of like, you know, it spread around. Like everyone and their mother knew the song, you know, they were singing it, humming along to it. But the first time that this song ever got recorded officially was by this Ghanaian band called the Kumasi Trio. And they recorded this in the UK, which was the first time that, don't quote me on this, but I think it's been a while since I like did like a whole deep dive on this. I listened to a podcast, I read articles and stuff, and you would think the information would still be in my head by now. But I think that was the first time that any Ghanaian artist ever had recorded music outside of Ghana, let alone in the UK. And this, it started like a whole like domino effect of music in Ghana called rhythm. I'm not gonna lie, the original eats down. Like no one can beat the original. It's just too good, it's just too raw. Like hearing the guitar, ooh, that is just too good. The remakes are good too, but like the original takes the cake. Next is the polls. If you listen to Wave to Earth, you probably listen to the polls. If not, I'm putting you on. The polls, I love Korean rock music or like Korean indie music, just like that whole umbrella of rock music in Korean. Yeah, the polls has been a band that I've been listening to, I think for the past year, 2 years now? I don't know. It's made by the same guy in Wave to Earth, Daniel, so he's also, I think, the lead singer as well as the writer, like the songwriter for the band. But their sound is very different from Wave to Earth. I think Wave to Earth has a very kind of like slow, almost like Cigarettes and Sex sound to them. Like, but the Pulse has a very 50s surf rock, almost like the Beach Boys sound to them. They also do tap into like different subgenres of rock music. I found out that they recently came out with an EP and I listened to it and I was obsessed. I was so obsessed. I listened to that back and forth and then I went back and listened to like their old EPs that I was obsessed with over and over and over again. I was playing these songs. Okay, first song I like is Space Kids. This to me feels like it could be the intro to some like, just like animated kids TV show. It also gives very much comic book vibes, like you're reading a comic book and this is the song that is playing in the background. Next song that I really like is Oddities. Time and time again, I think the reason why I love just like rock music in general, specifically this band, is because they make me want to learn the electric guitar. I have an electric guitar. I got it almost 3 years now. I still don't know how to play it, but every time I listen to music by the Poles, I'm just like, oh my God, what am I doing? Like, pick that guitar up, start learning how to play the guitar. But the guitar in this song is just so good. Like, oh my gosh, you can feel it in your soul. It's just so raw and like grungy and like crushy. And then that drum comes in, ooh, and then he starts singing. Oh my God, don't play with Daniel. Do not play with Daniel. His voice. Don't play with him. That is a kid that went to church. He was definitely part of his church choir. Yes. Well, yes, he was. Okay, next category is YouTubers. I've been on a YouTube kick for a while now. I'm not really one who tends to like indulge in TV shows. Like I really have to put in a lot of thought and energy into starting a TV show and finishing it. So YouTube is usually kind of where I put something on just so, you know, have something to watch or like play in the background. I've also recently been hearing just this notion that YouTube is dead for some reason, especially on TikTok, which is just so funny and so ironic. But I've been hearing this notion that YouTube is dead, that, you know, there's no creative people on YouTube anymore. Like no one's genuinely wants to make YouTube videos anymore. Everyone is just like wanting to make like very clickbaity, like cookie cutter content, blah, 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 blah. And I don't think that's true. I think that's like very, very far from the truth. I think a lot of us have fallen victim to that cookie cutter, like Pinterest it girl, like clean girl, like day in my life, like I own a Tesla, I live in a high-rise apartment in some like big metropolitan city. Here is my cute little like poodle. We've all fallen victim to that creator. And like, you know what? No hate to them. You know, you figured it out. You've gotten your bag. You're living your dream life. Awesome. Unless you take the initiative to like unfuck up your algorithm, you're gonna keep getting recommended content like that, which is how my YouTube recommended was for a minute. Yeah, I had to really scrub my algorithm and like make the initiative to like dig deep and find creators who were actually making things for the sake of like making videos rather for the sake of, you know, paying their rent. And here are the YouTubers that I like. Starting off with Jess, mood shout out. She makes videos just basically talking. Honestly, she's the reason why I'm even making this video in the first place. Like I said in the past, I was just very scared of showing any sort of personality on my channel because I thought no one would care, no one would give a fuck. I appreciate Jess because I don't know, like she's really funny. I really love her videos. I initially started watching her mostly for her vlogs because when it comes to vlogging, I mean, there are black vloggers out here, but I guess like whatever. Anyways, I really liked her vlogs. I liked her book oh my gosh, can I talk? I liked her book recommendation videos, even though I recently just got into reading. It was cool, you know, someone reads. I'm glad you read. I'm glad she reads. Thank you for being the person who reads. Her channel to me feels very much like old YouTube. And I don't know, it's just refreshing to find someone who's making content for the sake of making content, talking about things that they like. I like her channel. She like does a range of different things from like clothing videos, talking about clothes, talking about, you know, books, doing vlogs. So she's literally just rambling on about anything for like an hour. And I like that, it's fun. Okay, next is Ana Maria Luisa. This girl, oh my god. Literally, next time someone says YouTube is dead, all I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put her video in your face and be like, watch this. Tell me YouTube is dead by watching this. Tell me YouTube is dead by watching this. You know when you like come across someone and you can just tell that they're destined for greatness, like immediately off the bat, you can just tell, oh, I know you are going places. This is how I feel anytime I'm watching her videos. Like, her videos are quite literally pure forms of art. And it's insane to me because she's a college student, specifically a neuroscience major. When I was in college getting my low communications degree, when I tell you I was fighting for my life trying to upload somewhat on a consistent basis. So for her to like be making videos at this level of like pure talent and it's just too good. Like, it's literally too good. Another aspect of her videos that I love is that her videos feel like poetry to me. Another element that she adds to her videos is she adds just like writing, and she's making all these like connections between things that she's talking about, like hyperboles. I can't even, like, I'm sitting here dumbfounded, like I'm having a hard time just simply like describing. She's like really good at what she does is all I'm trying to say. I'm confused as to why she's trying to get like a neuroscience degree, which honestly, Juanita, shut the fuck up. Like, mind your business. Like, hey, you did it too. You got a communications degree when you wanted a film degree. Don't be talking about anybody, but I'm just like, dude, like she could quite literally be a filmmaker and it would work out for her. Like, her videos are too good. Another thing that I appreciate is the fact that she's been gaining like traction, and I'm so glad, but she doesn't feel the need to lower or decrease the quality of her videos just for the sake of uploading in a timely manner, whatever that means. Like, whenever you get a video, you get a video. Next is miscellaneous. These are things that I just couldn't categorize. Starting off with YouTube music recommendations. I kind of talked about this with the archival YouTube music channel thing, but this is just another aspect of me fixing my YouTube algorithm to where now I'm getting music recommendations as well as, you know, great YouTuber recommendations, and it's fun. It's great. It's amazing. I've been getting things from like archived Japanese musicians who, unfortunately, their careers failed, but their music is awesome. I get to enjoy it in 2024, which probably would have never happened if the internet wasn't a thing. Next is Italian charm bracelet, which I have on my wrist right now. This I got from this lady at my local farmer's market. Unfortunately, she doesn't come anymore, which I am so heartbroken by. But she basically had this setup where it was just a crazy pile of jewelry all tangled up together, and you could spend as much time as you like just standing there detangling everything, and anything that you found was $1 each. Anything that you find is $1 each, and you can take it. You can, like, that, it's yours. And I used to love doing that. That was like my favorite thing to do, going to the farmer's market, just standing there, spending an hour and seeing what my fingers could, dig up. This is one of them. I think I got this, I don't think it's been a year now, but yeah, I've gotten this, and this has been like my go-to. Like, I put it on anytime I'm getting ready or I'm going out or whatever. Unfortunately, I haven't put any charms on it because, that's kind of the whole point. You put like charms on it. But I don't want to buy like a bulk of charms because I know they're available on Etsy as well as Amazon. You can like find the charms, but they come in like bulk, like either 20 pieces or like there's some that I've seen that are like 300 charms. I don't want it to be like that. I want to just like, as I go, find some charms and like build it as I go. So I'm not really in a rush. So yeah, right now she looks very plain Jane, like, but it doesn't matter. It's cute. I've been into like silver jewelry lately too. Ooh, next is app blocker. So I have my phone behind me right now. When I tell you, I have like found out things about myself like over the past however many years, specifically going through college, and one of them being that I have a hard time, getting tasks done. I have a hard time with things that have deadlines. I have a hard time just like following deadlines because to me, time isn't real. Like, I'm just like, what is time? Like, it makes no sense to me. But obviously we live in a world where everybody, or like majority of people, don't give a fuck. Like, we live in a world where majority of people, they have lives, and time is important to a lot of people. And respecting people's time is important. And, I can't get away with saying that I have undiagnosed, unmedicated ADHD. Like, that's not gonna cut it. Like, hey, hate to break to you, babe, no one gives a fuck. So yeah, I had to take matters into my own hands and put a stop to my, I don't know, procrastination, if whatever you want to call it, laziness, I don't know. Basically, I was addicted to TikTok because, anytime that, aren't we all, let's be real, aren't we all low-key kind of glad that app is getting banned in January because, ooh, the amount of free time I'm about to have, oh, you bitches are not ready. You guys are not ready. Specifically in the month of September, I just got sick of it. Like, the amount of time that I was spending on this app, especially being post-grad, like, and unemployed, I just had ample time on my hands to waste scrolling. And I was like, oh, we need to fix this. So I downloaded this app called App Blocker, not sponsored at all. This is just simply because I have a problem. App Blocker, and basically you can like either set a schedule to like force block certain apps on your phone. And this thing works like crazy, dude. It works like crazy. You can't delete the apps. Like, you can't delete the app itself, App Blocker, nor can you delete whatever app you've set to block. So you have no choice but just to like get shit done because like, now what? Like, you can't doom scroll, so now what? I put myself on a 30-day Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and Pinterest ban, and I basically gave myself a limit of an hour in total to be on all these apps combined. Yeah, it was that serious. It really was that serious. And it was nice. It was great. It was amazing. It really made me prioritize how I was using these apps. Like, I only went on these apps if I like actually needed to share something that was like important, or like catch up with people, or like, I think I'm gonna do one of those again, especially for the upcoming year. Just like, I cannot be a zombie to these apps. Like, it's really serious. Next are my Sony headphones. I low-key forgot I had these, I'm not gonna lie. And one thing about me, like I said, finding things out about myself, I am very, 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 very sensitive to noise. And that just might be because growing up, I'm an only child. So like, for the most part, it's really quiet in my house. Like, you don't really hear much aside from like someone walking or like the TV playing or like people talking to each other once in a while here and there. But I am very, very, very sensitive to noise. And I realized that moving to college and living on a college campus, living in apartments where, it's interconnected, and you can hear the noise that people are making in the next apartment. And unfortunately for me, my room was connected between 2 different apartments. So connected to the apartments that my roommates and I had, and then the apartment that the next group of kids had. And lucky for me, the room that was connected to mine had a band or something, and these kids would be practicing at fucking 7 p.m. 7 p.m. all the way up until 10 p.m. on a Monday night. Are you shitting me right now? What is wrong with you? Why are you doing this? I understand we're students and all, and yes, you guys are trying to make something out of yourselves, have a music career or whatever while balancing college. That's awesome. But hey, why are you practicing? 7 p.m. or whatever, that's fine, okay? Most people are back home eating dinner, whatever, interacting with their roommates in the living room. That's great. But me personally, I have a sleep schedule of a grandma. Around 10 p.m., if I'm not out, that's it. I'm in my room. I'm about to take a shower. I'm about to just relax. If I have homework, do homework, whatever. But here I would be hearing these kids, for some reason, singing Star Spangled Banner. Why is that the song you're practicing of all songs? What? Yeah, something had to be done. I reported them to the RA 2 times. I really did not want to do that. Trust me when I tell you I was pushed to do that, Kind of halted it for a bit, but then they got back to doing it. And hey, one thing about me, I hate repeating myself. I hate trying to make a point. If I have to repeat something 3 times, then at that point you really don't give a fuck. You don't care about what I'm trying to tell you. You're just trying to do what you want to do. So I went ahead and I got these headphones because I've been wanting them for a while, but also because I needed them now to put them over my ears so that I could go to sleep. Because, hey, guess what? The person who was also next door to me would be playing video games, screaming, 2 a.m. screaming, fuck, damn it, oh my God, you bitch. All these, if you have ever, unfortunately, had to come across a gamer and see them play a video game in real time, you already know how they act. They just have all these outbursts and start yelling and just tweaking out. It was bad. It was really, really bad. And this kid would be yelling at 2 a.m. while I was trying to sleep. And then on top of that, for some reason, apparently this kid had game because he would be doing the deed with some random girl and I would be hearing it. So yes. I need that. Yes, I needed those headphones. Yes, I needed those headphones. I needed them for the noise cancellation, and yeah, I will tell you, they are definitely worth the $300 because they would block out all those crazy sounds. Yeah. Okay, my battery is dying. That means, thankfully, that was the last thing that I needed to talk about. Thank you for tuning in, watching this video. Hopefully it was interesting. I'm trying to see if I can film another one for November, so I gotta start keeping in mind and figuring out what I like in the month of November. Tell me what you liked from my favorites, if I put you on, if I didn't put you on. Yeah. Bye.